There's a feeling in basketball that words can't quite capture, a rush of joy, a sense of freedom, a thrill that pulses through every muscle and every heartbeat. For Michael Jordan, that feeling was everything. He often speaks about missing it, the pure act of playing the game, the joy of competition, and the simple yet profound satisfaction of pushing himself to the limit. Michael Jordan's name alone evokes images of greatness, moments frozen in time, a soaring dunk, a last-second shot, a city holding its collective breath. But behind those moments of glory lies a journey filled with struggles, setbacks, and the kind of personal growth that can't be measured in points or championships. At 62, Jordan's life is more than just basketball. It's a story of resilience, determination, and reinvention, a story that shows us that even legends face challenges and that greatness is built not only on triumphs, but also on trials. Early struggles, humble beginnings. Michael Jeffrey Jordan was born on a cold winter day in 1963 in Brooklyn, New York. Few could have predicted that this boy, arriving in a bustling city, would grow into one of the most iconic athletes of all time. Soon after his birth, the Jordan family moved to Wilmington, North Carolina, a quieter, slower-paced place. Wilmington's calm streets and tight-knit neighborhoods would form the backdrop of Michael's early years, a place where dreams felt attainable, but still required effort and perseverance. Michael's parents, James and Dolores Jordan, provided both structure and encouragement. James worked long hours at a General Electric plant, instilling in his children the value of discipline and hard work. Dolores maintained the home with patience and love, ensuring her children had stability and guidance. Michael grew up alongside four siblings, learning early on the lessons of competition and teamwork. He was surrounded by people who pushed him, challenged him, and expected him to strive for more, but at that stage, Michael wasn't exceptional in size or skill. At Laney High School, his early basketball dreams were met with a rejection. He didn't make the varsity team as a sophomore. That moment was a blow. But instead of discouraging him, it ignited something deeper, a fire that would drive him to work harder than ever before, rising through hard work. After that early setback, Michael's approach to the game transformed. He began waking up before sunrise, running longer, shooting more, and practicing after the gym lights went out. He was relentless, often facing off against his older brother Larry, whose competitive nature kept Michael on edge. Losing to Larry repeatedly stung, but those losses taught him something crucial. Talent alone would never be enough. Dedication, discipline, and perseverance were equally important. By junior year, Michael had earned a spot on the varsity team, and by his senior year, college scouts were taking notice. His determination was becoming visible to the world, but it was under the guidance of one of the most respected college basketball coaches, Dean Smith at the University of North Carolina, that Michael's game truly evolved. Coach Smith saw not just the player he was, but the player he could become. Under his mentorship, Michael learned patience, strategy, and how to make better decisions on the court, lessons that would serve him long after college. The defining moment of his college career came in 1982. As a freshman, Michael made the game-winning shot in the NCAA championship, a jumper that would not only decide the game, but announce his arrival to the nation. That night, Michael didn't sleep. He felt a mix of fear and exhilaration. For the first time, he recognized the potential within himself, though he had no idea just how far it would take him. Entering the NBA, a star in the making, Michael Jordan entered the NBA in 1984, drafted third overall by the Chicago Bulls. From the very start, it was clear that he was different. His speed, agility, and confidence were magnetic. Fans couldn't take their eyes off him. He was electric, captivating, and immediately recognizable as a generational talent. But his path wasn't without challenges. In 1985, during only his second season, Michael suffered a fractured left foot. For a player built to fly, being sidelined was a new kind of trial. Doctors insisted on rest, and the team demanded patience, but patience was not a virtue he had yet mastered. Weeks spent immobilized in a cast tested his resilience. Some nights, doubt crept in. Would he ever be the same player again? And when he finally returned for the playoffs in 1986, he made an indelible mark. In Game 2 against Boston, inside the historic Boston Garden, Michael scored 63 points, an astonishing feat that left legends like Larry Bird shaking their heads in disbelief. But even in that moment of triumph, Michael realized that talent alone could not carry him through the complexities of life and fame. To achieve true greatness, he needed more than skill. He needed emotional strength and perseverance. Facing pain and loss, Michael's rise to fame brought with it intense scrutiny and pressure. He became a symbol of excellence, admired by fans around the world, yet this same spotlight magnified the private struggles he endured. In 1993, the world watched him succeed on the court, but privately, he experienced a profound loss: the murder of his father, James Jordan. The man who had guided him, disciplined him, and believed in him unconditionally was gone. This loss shook Michael to his core. Grief replaced joy, and the game he loved suddenly felt distant. In the face of unimaginable pain, Michael made a choice that few could fathom. He stepped away from basketball. It wasn't an escape from fame, but a search for healing, a way to reconnect with himself amidst the chaos of grief and expectation. A new path: baseball and healing. Stepping away from basketball allowed Michael to explore a sport that connected him to his father: baseball. He entered the minor leagues, learning the game from scratch, experiencing humility, and embracing the challenge of being a beginner again. Baseball didn't replace basketball in his heart, but it gave him peace. It offered a space free from public scrutiny, where his growth was internal rather than measured by applause or statistics. Through these months, Michael began to process his grief, and the burden of loss became a little lighter. By 1995, the pull of basketball returned. With a mix of excitement and determination, Michael announced, "I'm back." The world watched, skeptical yet hopeful, as he rejoined the Chicago Bulls. This return wasn't just about reclaiming glory, it was about rediscovering purpose. Over the next few years, Michael would lead the Bulls to 3 more championships, completing one of the most remarkable comebacks in sports history: rebirth on and off the court. Michael Jordan's rebirth extended beyond his athletic achievements. As his professional life regained momentum, he began building balance in his personal life. He cultivated new relationships, embraced fatherhood, and discovered fulfillment outside of competition. His career in business, branding, and philanthropy also began to flourish. The Jordan brand, known for its iconic shoes and style, became more than just a product. It became a cultural symbol, inspiring generations of athletes and fans alike. Michael didn't just change the game on the court, he reshaped how sports intersected with business, culture, and identity. Even after retiring, he continued to make an impact. From owning the Charlotte Hornets to launching initiatives in motorsports, education, and community development, Michael Jordan's influence expanded far beyond basketball. His story demonstrates that greatness isn't confined to one arena. It's a lifelong commitment to growth, resilience, and purpose. The legacy of Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's legacy is multifaceted. He is celebrated as a 6-time NBA champion, 5-time MVP, and a figure whose career redefined the sport. He is remembered for iconic moments: the shrug after sinking multiple threes in a single half, the flu game where he battled illness to lead his team, and the game-winning shots that sealed his legacy. Yet, perhaps his greatest achievement is the example he sets that success is not linear, that setbacks can forge strength, and that reinvention is possible at any stage of life. Jordan's story is not just about athletic prowess, it's about courage, vision, and heart. It reminds us that even those who seem invincible face obstacles, loss, and fear, and that confronting these challenges is what shapes true greatness. Conclusion: inspiration beyond the court. Today, at 62, Michael Jordan continues to inspire. He's more than an athlete. He's a symbol of perseverance, a mentor, and a living testament to the power of dedication. His journey from a rejected high school player to a global icon teaches us that setbacks are not endings, they are opportunities for growth. Michael's life reminds us to embrace challenges, honor our passions, and pursue excellence with purpose and integrity. His story invites reflection. Which part of Michael Jordan's journey resonates with you most? Is it his relentless work ethic, his ability to rise from grief, or his reinvention beyond the basketball court? For millions around the world, Michael Jordan is more than a name or a player. He is proof that greatness is built over a lifetime, one decision, one practice, and one courageous step at a time.